Hello and welcome to yet another graph problem. Let us look at the problem statement here. There are n cities and m roads between them. Our goal is to construct new roads so that there is a route between any two cities. So initially not all these n cities are connected. There are only a few connections. We must construct as many roads are as required, the minimum number of roads, so that the whole network becomes connected. Okay, let's look at the sample test case and this problem will be a little bit more clear. So we have four cities, city number 1, city number 2, 3 and 4. 1 is connected to 2, 1 is connected to 2 and 3 is connected to 4, 3 is connected to 4. As you can see, 1 is not connected to 4. We cannot reach from 1, we cannot reach 4 in any way. Similarly, 2 is not connected to 4, 2 is not connected to 3. So how do we solve the problem? We need to construct a single road. Let us say we construct a road between 2 and 3. This is the new road. And once we do that, we can travel from any city to any city. In other words, the solution was we need one road and we can construct it between 2 and 3. Alright. So, what are the prerequisites to solving this problem? To solve this problem, we need to understand the connected components technique, or rather the concept of connected components. It was covered in the second introductory video. Similarly, you need to understand DFS. This has been covered multiple times, but very clearly in the second introductory video. So if you watch this video, both these concepts will be very clear and then you can solve this problem. So I'm going to assume that you have watched that video and proceed from here. The demand of the problem is that we should create a single connected component by the time we are done with the problem. So we should have connected all our cities. So how do we do that? Let us connect 3 and 4 here and see what is happening. Now, 3 belongs to the first connected component. What does that mean? It is possible to travel from any vertex in connected component 1 to 3. That means 1 is connected to 3, 2 is also connected to 3. Similarly, since 4 belongs to the second connected component, it is possible to travel from 4 to any other city in this connected component. That means from 4 we can travel to 6 and from 4 we can travel to 5. So in the moment we connect 3 and 4, or for that matter any vertex in connected component 1 to any other vertex in connected component 2, the moment we do such an operation, we have essentially created a bigger connected component, a single connected component that merges both the independent connected components. So we need one road to merge two components. So when we generalize that argument, if you have 4 connected components like connected component 1, 2, 3, 4, if we can connect a vertex from any connected component to a vertex from any other connected component, we end up merging them. So if we connect 3 and 4 here, we have merged 1 and 2. If we connect 5 and 7, we have merged 1, 2 and 3 now. And if we connect 7 and 8, we have merged the entire graph to create a single connected component. So in other words, we will need connected components minus 1, those many roads, and we'll need to then choose any vertex from one connected component and the other. So for example, in this case, it will be 3, 4, 5, 7 and 7, 8. That will be our answer. Let's go ahead and see the implementation. So in our implementation, let's look at the variables. We have n nodes, we have m edges. Initially, we are having 0 connected components. We are initializing it to 0. Then we are looking at an adjacency list representation of graph. Okay. Apart from that, since we'll be using DFS to identify the connected components, we'll have a Boolean vector to record visited nodes. And finally, this is the most interesting variable here, the lead vector. What the lead vector does is, first of all, its size will be equivalent to the number of connected components. So if there are 5 connected components, this will have 5 elements. And each element of lead is a node from an independent connected component. So in other words, if we connect the leads, problem is solved. connect the leads, and the problem is solved. Okay, so let's see how we can do that. So initially we'll have to get the number of connected components. How do we do that? Standard implementation, I've discussed it in the introductory video. So we'll be doing DFS across connected components. So if you have two connected components, so 1, 2, 3, this becomes the first connected component. 4 and 5, the second connected component. I'll start a DFS from 1 and I will capture this whole connected component. This part of the code will not execute for I is equal to 2 and I is equal to 3 since they'll already be visited. Then for I is equal to 4, it will run again, and finally it will record two connected components. Further, what it does is 1 will be captured in the lead and 4 will be captured in the lead. As you can see, every time there is an increment to connected components, the particular element which caused the increment, that is pushed into the lead vector. Okay. So again, the DFS implementation, I've already discussed it in the previous video, not going to go through this again. So finally what happens is, let us say we have 6 connected components. So we will output 6 minus 1 is equal to 5. So we'll need 5 routes. Further, we will connect lead 0 to lead 1, that is one road. We'll connect lead 1 to lead of 2, that is the second road. Then we'll connect lead of 2 to lead of 3 to lead of 4 to finally lead of 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 6 connected components and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 routes. That's how we solve the problem. So let's go ahead and submit this code and see if we can get accepted. Thank you very much. We got accepted. I'm actually I recorded this whole video just now again because the previous video had very poor audio quality. So I hope you liked the video. If you liked it, please subscribe to my channel and hit the thumbs up button and press the bell notification icon so that you'll get to know when I upload more videos. Thank you and have a good day.